Old Head Gaming here with the first official video of our new series, Sloth Takes, where I'll break down all the hottest titles coming soon. What to pre-order, what to avoid, what it's playable on, and whether you'll see it live streamed on my Twitch channel when the game drops. Link in the description below. And if you like the content, please hit that like and subscribe and help the channel. So first we're going to start off with the first of the three games, and that's going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. Wait, what? That's not right. I'm sorry, I had things mixed up. I had my games coming in Q4 of 2025 notes. Who would have thought Grand Theft Auto be coming out in 2022, only 8 to 9 years after Grand Theft Auto 5 dropped, and its 47 re-releases thereafter? Well, that's on me. I'm sorry, guys. What we're really going to be covering is the three big games that are coming up in January of 2022, and that's going to be kicked off with Elden Ring from Software. And that's then going to be followed by Pokemon Legends Arceus, which will drop on a week later. And then sometime within the month will be the pushed back Rainbow Six Extraction, which will be a whole new world for the Rainbow Six team. And if you've played those games before, it's going to be something completely different. We'll get into that a little bit later. But first, let's watch this trailer. So the first game we're going to look at is Elden Ring. This trailer actually debuted over the summer to kick off summer's Game Fest. It actually leaked a smidge early, and it was probably just due to the fact that when someone finally got their hands on it, they were so excited to announce that it actually existed, and it hadn't been either scrapped or lost in development hell, but it had to get this out, since basically the game had been missing in action since it was initially announced at E3 in 2019. Now, like all Soulsborne games, you're going to be something you need to be aware of if you've never played them. You're going to die. Like a lot. Like seriously a lot. No, like a metric crunk ton of deaths. And then you're going to get back on your demon steed and ride to your corpse and grab whatever the soul's currency of this game is going to be. And that's going to be a big portion of your game, because that is what it's about. It's about these majestic, beautiful sceneries that you're going through, caverns and castles and countrysides to fight cool monsters and ridiculously choreographed and badassery of sword fights. Like the boss we're seeing here drops down, you know it's time to get to work, and they're always so gothic and intimidating, and they're probably going to kill you a bunch of times. And when you finally do defeat the boss, you're going to be very, very excited, because it feels like you finally achieved something. And that's the thing that From Software does better than any game, I think, is that feeling of achievement when you finally drop a boss, because there is no easy mode with From Software. There's hard, and that's it. And you're gonna die a bunch, you're gonna have to collect your corpse a lot. But if you've ever played Demon Souls or Dark Souls or Bloodborne, you know what I'm getting into, and you have an idea of this is going to be a hard fight the whole beginning, middle, through the end. And the question asks is, am I going to be pre-ordering or streaming it? And the answer is no on both, simply because I'm kind of mediocre at these games. So I die a lot, it makes for bad viewing experience, but I really enjoy them, so I'm super excited for it. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 on the excitement level, maybe a 4.5, because the other half comes from the fact that George R.R. Martin is writing the game for From Software, which, I mean, like, I guess if we're never getting Winds of Winter and seeing what happens next in Game of Thrones, maybe it's good to start a new gaming IP? I don't know. Either way, it's dropping on January 21st, 2022, our first big game of the year, available on every system, as you can see below. Next up, we're going to look at our second game of the month, and that is going to be Pokemon Legends Arceus for Nintendo Switch. Let's throw the trailer in, and we'll talk about that as we go along. And now we're going to go from one open world game, an Elden Ring, to a brand new open world game in Nintendo Switch exclusive Pokemon Legends Arceus. And yes, I did say open world, something that Pokemon fans have been screaming at Game Freak forever to do. Give us an open world Pokemon. And this time we're going to travel to an entirely new area, kind of. Basically what we're doing is we're traveling back in time in Legends Arceus. to a prehistoric Sinnoh region, and I believe it's pronounced Hisway. I could be completely wrong, so you can drop comments in the below if I'm butchering that. But it's a brand new region. It's kind of a prehistoric throwback before Ash Ketchum and his Pikachu, or as he's called in the games, Red, ever came to be. Now you're going to see the character, both the female and the male, kind of creeping around. That is one option to catch, and that's going to be very similar to what you saw in Pokemon Let's Go, whether it was the Pikachu or the Eevee edition. You'll see him creeping through the grass, her creeping through the grass, trying to catch this Beautifly. And basically what's happening is it's a brand new way to really interact with Pokemon, or in this case, some of the more exotic prehistoric versions of these Pokemon, and the way you see the Growlithe here. Now, your starters are always a big component in your Pokemon journey, and this time we have really a hodgepodge. There's no new starters, but we got like this mix and match of starters. So we're going to start from oldest gen to newest, and that starts with Gen 2. Fire Pokemon Cyndaquil makes his return. Now, Cyndaquil is really cool. It's going to evolve and be a very powerful fire-type Pokemon. You could also go with the water Pokemon, which in this case is going to be Gen 5 black and white Pokemon, Oshawott, or finally the most newest of all, the Gen 6 Sun and Moon grass-type Pokemon, Rowlet. Now, the cool thing about this is you're going to see, as we're running around here, there's a Stantler, there's a Braviary. Like, I would fly around on a Braviary hand glider. That's pretty awesome. The game is going to be very different from probably anything we faced, as we're able to go wherever we want. Usually Pokemon games are very, very linear. You do have a little freedom to travel back to places, but for the most part, you're going in the order you need to get your badges, so that way you can unlock other regions and keep on keeping on. Now, we're seeing here these angry, red-eyed, electrified Pokemon. I'm not exactly sure what is causing this yet. I believe we're going to find that out during the game. But what you're seeing is none of these Pokemon can be snuck up to and captured that way. These are all going to be battles, which is the other way to catch Pokemon. You've seen a Great Ball, a normal ball, and you're able to interact with them. Here's, Riolu kicking a tree, riding on your Braviary, flying through the air on a hang glider, Oshawott slamming people. So there's traditional Pokemon battles and travels, which we're all used to, combined with the sneak type that was really first established in Let's Go. And I believe this is going to be what we're all looking for as we hunt the first legendary Arceus. Now, I don't know if any other legendaries are going to be hidden amongst the game. They haven't really revealed that yet, but we have a few more months to find out. And this is going to be available only on Switch. This is Pokemon Legends Arceus, and this is going to be something you will definitely be seeing streamed on my channel. It is a Switch exclusive, as mentioned previously. So obviously there's no crossplay or anything along those lines. I will be streaming it, and for excitement level, it's a 5 out of 5 for me. I can't think of a game I'm probably more excited for than an open world Pokemon. And my inner child just screams out with excitement thinking of that possibility. Now, finally, the last game we're going to see is coming sometime in January. We don't have a solid date yet for Rainbow Six Fraction, ever since Ubisoft moved it back. Now, this game was initially announced at E3, kind of came out of nowhere, the September 16th date, and everyone's like, wow, game's coming out in 3 months. But sometimes games need a little bit additional polish. That's not always a bad thing. Now, I will admit, this game looks like no Rainbow Six game I've ever seen. I've honestly missed a couple in the series, since the last game I played on Rainbow Six was on my 360 when I played Vegas 2, but this doesn't look like anything I was expecting when we saw the Rainbow Six label show up, and that insignia brings up pretty much similar minds of taking on terrorists, taking on buildings full of hostages. Those are the types of game we expect with Rainbow Six. Instead, we've got something here that is a 3-player co-op shooter with a very unique approach to their content. I did not expect seeing, I guess, aliens or demons, whatever they may be. We're going to find out where they come from, this ooze, whether that's some sort of gate they transport through. But honestly, it feels more like we're watching a DLC for Fireteam Elite coming up from Aliens than a Rainbow Six game. Now, this is the first entry in the series since 2015, Rainbow Six has been gone for 6 years, and it's not really what you would expect from them. This is very disjointed, doesn't feel like it should be a Rainbow Six game. It's almost like a game where you would feel like if this had a different name other than Rainbow Six, everyone would be much more excited. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean this is bad. You're going to have a whole new slew of cool gadgets to play with. You can shoot through walls. But I feel like it's a game that's really flying under the radar right now. Now, the positives with Rainbow Six Extraction is Ubisoft set this up with both crossplay and cross-save through Ubisoft Connect. Now, I can't say I have any interest in pre-ordering this game. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out, and if some of my friends are playing it and having a really good time with it, I can kind of jump on whatever system I want with that crossplay. I definitely won't be streaming this. This does not seem like a game that is really going to fill a void for me. I have Aliens Fireteam Elite, which I stream from time to time or play with my friends co-op, and I feel like they're kind of sitting in the same vein with 3-player co-op shooters. Excitement level, I can only give this a 3, and it's something, if we see more and maybe a follow-up trailer before the game drops, since we haven't seen much since E3 and then it just got pushed back, maybe it'll up the ante for me. But for now, it's kind of that game in January that's like, if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I'm not really missing a whole lot. And that's going to wrap up this breakdown from January Q1 2022. We will be back with a follow-up video in the following week with going into the 5 games coming out in February that most of us are looking forward to and want to dig a little deeper on. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And as always, later mates!